Patagonia, that vast expanse of land between the Andes in the west and the Atlantic Ocean in the east, covering almost a third of Argentina. It's one of the world's last true wildernesses, and I'm about to take a drive all the way down through it. I've stocked up on my fuel, I got my map, I got my trusty 4x4. Now it's time to hit the road. Ready for the road trip of a lifetime. This is legendary Route 40. Argentina's Route 40 runs the length of the country from north to south as it tracks the Andes. At over 3,000 miles, it's one of the longest roads in the world. Previously, I traveled from the Bolivian border to Mendoza. In the concluding part of my journey, I continue driving south through Patagonia. I start by climbing Lanín volcano. I then explore the Argentinian Lake District, seek out Butch Cassidy's hideaway, and visit the Welsh town of Trevelyan. Entering southern Patagonia, I explore the Cave of the Hands and its early rock art before trekking to the base of Mount Fitzroy. I complete my journey by driving to the very end of Route 40 at Cabo Vírgenes. Patagonia is a vast, sparsely populated region. Human habitation began over 9,000 years ago, but it wasn't until the 18th century that Europeans began to settle here and farm the land. Nowadays, Patagonia is a mecca for lovers of the great outdoors and is home to several world-class national parks. But driving through them is not always easy. A lot of Route 40 here in Patagonia is just gravel roads. It's tricky to drive on, and I'm gonna have to get used to it. I keep fishtailing every turn. Slip slide, and it's not even wet. I begin my journey by taking a short detour off Route 40 to Lanín National Park. And almost immediately, I experience firsthand how dangerous these roads can be. Whoa. This car is completely overturned. Wow. I'll need to see if they need any help. Still trying to figure out what happened.
I was really easy talking with my wife, and at next second I was hitting the side of the road.
And you ended up upside down.
Exactly. It was quite an experience, really. The turn took us by surprise, really.
This sharp turn,
Yeah.
right in here.
Yeah, and there's many others in the road to the lakes, but this one was the one for us.
And it's a gravel road, so was your car skidding or what?
You feel that you are sliding all the time, so you have to go slowly, first, second gear all the time.
Are you guys okay? Did you get hurt?
No, just
Your wife?
this minor cut.
Okay, so we're just gonna try to flip it back over to help him get back on his feet.
No.
Okay. Stop. Wow, when you look at the dent here in the roof, that's very close to their head. That could have been a lot worse. The windshield could have shattered. I mean, they may think it was their unlucky day, but I say it was their lucky day. It could have been a lot worse. Driving carefully on, I continue into the heart of Lanín National Park, and my first stop, where it's time to swap my car for my trekking boots. People come here for two reasons. One, to experience nature at its most untouched, and two, to take on its biggest challenge. It's up there, Volcano Lanín. This is my guide, Patrick. Hi, how are you? 3,776 meters high and snow-capped year-round, treks up Volcán Lanín aren't to be taken lightly, and a guide is highly recommended. What kind of trees are these?
This is called Araucaria. Araucaria. You call it monkey puzzle tree.
Monkey puzzle.
Yeah.
Because the monkeys don't know how to get up.
Yeah, it's
They're
very
puzzled.
tough. They need to grow near volcanoes. They use the ashes from the volcano to grow up. And this kind of tree, they grow up to 80 meters long and 2 meters wide when they're full grown. And they live almost 1,000 years old.
So this is a young one.
Yeah, this is very young.
Very young.
Probably 200 years old.
Oh.
And they have to be 800 over sea level.
Oh, okay. So these are the perfect conditions.
Yeah, this is the perfect condition in the world.
Are there any monkeys around here?
No?
Further along the trail, and the forest ends abruptly.
You're at 1,250 meters over sea level.
Wow. So only 2,500 meters to go.
Only Earth.
But we're not going at the top today. So.
Not today.
Our goal for today is a shelter at 2,300 meters. And it's time to begin our ascent. That's kind of intense. It's just one step at a time, keep your head down. Doesn't feel like we made much progress, but we're getting a little closer. Halfway there?
Almost.
Almost halfway.
This is the end of the fish pine moraine. The glacier went like this in the middle of both moraines.
What is a moraine?
Okay, imagine my foot is a glacier going down, and these are the two moraines.
Okay. So it's
The glacier is going down this way. And from here you can see perfectly both moraines going down to the valley.
Yeah.
The glacier is back that way. We're going there now.
What about rest? You know, we just hiked up. Look at all this we just hiked up. We need to breathe a little bit.
Let's go.
It's very, very nice and cool and dry.
Yeah, it's perfect weather.
Yeah.
Come on.
As we climb higher, our efforts are rewarded with a spectacular view of the lakes below. Wow. That is something.
It's beautiful. This is an Argentine lake, and that's a Chilean lake. So we're just in the border.
What are the relationships between the two countries?
We fight every meter of the line, of the borderline, all along the country.
This is the borderline here.
This is the borderline. Let's go to the summit.
Yep. An hour later, we finally reach our home for the night.
See, there's your shelter.
What a glorious sight.
Buenas.
Most people choose to rest up here before tackling the summit early the next morning. And for accommodation, there are a couple of different options. So this hut here is quite nice because it's always open, anybody can stay here, and it's free. But the problem is it gets a little noisy in the morning and crowded at night because everyone wants to get in here. So I'm going to rent my own little hut. I'm going to stay in one of these because it's my own, it's slightly removed, and it's only 100 pesos. That's about a little over 10 bucks. Oh, yeah. Spacious. You can already feel the heat coming out. Look at this. I'm feeling a bit beat, actually. That was a lot tougher than I thought. You look at it and you think, oh, okay, not too bad. And halfway, even better, we'll stop up there for the night. So we're going to go to bed early and get up extremely early in the morning. To be honest with you, I could lay down right now and just pass out. At 3 in the morning, we set off again. Just moments like this, I'm thankful for my guide. I have no idea where I'm going. It's just rocks. I can barely make out the ice layer up there. Oh. Soon, we hit the snow line, and it's time to put on our crampons and take out our ice axes.
So if you fall down, you go like this.
Okay. Okay. As the first rays of sunlight appear over the horizon, the view that emerges is incredible. We've been trekking for about 4 hours now. And to be honest, this
sunrise is totally worth every minute of it. And the view, oh wow.
With Patrick setting the pace, we slog on for another 4 long hours until the summit is within touching distance.
Aren't you sick of dragging me on this leash?
That's the summit.
That's the summit right there.
Yeah.
He's cut the leash.
You're free, man.
I'm a free man.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Look at that. I did it. Oh. What's up, Chile? What's up, Argentina? Who's the king of the mountain now? That's right. Take it in. I'm on top.
I'm continuing my journey by driving down one of the most beautiful roads in the country. This is Argentina's Lake District. It's a beautiful drive. Virtually around every corner, there's another fantastic view to take in. From San Martin de los Andes, the Seven Lakes Drive winds its way to Bariloche, where it joins Route 40. On the shores of Lake Nahuel Huapi, Bariloche wouldn't feel out of place in the Alps. In fact, the first settlers in the early 20th century were Swiss, German, and Italian. This area is often called Little Switzerland. It's got alpine architecture, fondue restaurants. It's even got St. Bernard dogs you can take your photo with. Hello there. Hardly feels like South America, does it? Dogs aside, there's something else this town is renowned for: chocolate. Seriously, there's a chocolate shop on every corner, each with its own personality. It's like this whole town was built out of chocolate. This one's called Mamushka.
Hello, say, welcome to Mamushka.
Thank you. I hear you guys are responsible for putting that chocolate.
Chocolate, that's right.
Why is this town synonymous with chocolate?
Because of immigration from Italy and Switzerland, and we have a really nice chocolate culture here in Bariloche.
What makes your chocolate so good?
Because our quality and the ingredients, we use the best ingredients in the world. Our cacao is from Colombia, Ecuador. I would recommend the Timbal of Dulce Leche is our most famous chocolate.
Okay.
There are thin layers of chocolate and Dulce Leche.
Layers of chocolate, so it's like a lasagna of chocolate.
That's right. That's right. ¿Me das un timbal?
Were you sneaking any in today on the job? I feel like she'd be... Thank you. You can see the layers. Wow. Oh, man. Part of the fun is biting into it. You go chug, 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 chug.
It's good.
That's pretty fantastic. I'm going to do some shopping and then head on out.
Thank you very much.
I'll have a couple of those. Let's try a couple of those too.
Servile. Hace como que servile.
Two of these. One of those. And you pick your favorite choice. Just throw in some extra stuff. I came in here wondering why the world couldn't get enough of this chocolate. Now I can't get enough of this chocolate. I'll come back for the rest, yeah? Is it nighttime already? How long was I in there? What day is it? 2 days later? I'm leaving San Carlos de Bariloche, making the short journey along Route 40 to El Bolson. Over the years, El Bolson has become a haven for those seeking to escape the rat race. And hidden away in the forests around the town are some basic lodges or refugios which allow travelers to get back to nature.
Hola, señor.
Hola,
¿Dónde está la confluencia?
la confluencia.
Sí.
Sigue este camino.
¿Sí?
Sí, derecho.
Derecho, straight. Okay, gracias.
Buen viaje, amigo.
Gracias. We're on the right track. This feels weird.
I'm heading heading to a lodge called La Confluencia, and I'm glad I've got a 4x4. All right, what happened to my road here? Oh, there it is on the other side of the stream. Little garden, very welcoming. Smoke going on. Well off the beaten track, La Confluencia is the perfect eco hideaway. It's the brainchild of American expat Mark Jordan.
Time being. Okay, well, it looks like you're just in time for dinner.
Oh, excellent.
Timed it right.
Yeah. Timed that one right, huh? Wow. This is great. Look at this.
Well, the concept basically was, in a sense, an upgraded refugio.
Okay, like those huts you find walking up the mountain when you're climbing.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyone can stay.
And so our thought was, you know, just in a sense, create a base camp here for exploring the backcountry here. Okay, let me show you to the room here. Like I told you, they're intentionally small.
This is cute.
The intention is to encourage people to spend time out of the room, downstairs in the communal areas.
Come down
and join the group.
Sleep here.
That's the whole idea.
And,
but rather than a sleeping bag up in the refugios, you know, we give you a mattress.
Yeah.
Have a look outdoors, huh?
Nice deck. This is such a great place. Whoa, that's deep.
That river's the source of our drinking water, shower water, and electricity too.
So how did you end up here in El Bolson?
Well, you know, my wife and I were traveling pretty much, you know, like yourself, maybe 20 years ago, and we liked the area. You know, a week becomes a month, becomes a year, and
oh, you didn't intend to stay that long?
No, we really didn't. You know,
and you can just do whatever you want with it.
Well, that's the thing. You know, it's one of the things that drew us to Argentina. You know, a lot of our friends here in the area were all basically immigrants, really. You know, either European or North American. And one of the attractions that, you know, we all found to this particular area is that you can do pretty much as you please.
When you got here, this place was all like hippies hanging out.
Yeah, it really was. It was like Big Sur. It was like Big Sur.
Yeah. It was far out.
Yeah,
Far
exactly.
Out, the next day, I head into town to explore El Bolson itself. El Bolson was established by hippies in the 60s, and although it's no longer the seat of counterculture it once was, it still retains some of that bohemian spirit. And one of the best places to feel that is to come to the local market, which is held 3 times a week right here in the town center.
We were part of a big immigration of pseudo hippies from all over the world, you know, looking for a good place, looking for be close to nature and to get away from the rat race. People who move here still try to be as faithful as they can to the original idea, you know.
Being at one with the environment is integral to the spirit of El Bolson, and a 2-hour walk through the forests above town is one of its most enchanting locations. El Bosque Tallado, or the Carved Forest. The project came to life in 1986 when a group of artists began carving their creations from the remains of a forest devastated by fire. There are now over 50 sculptures hidden away amongst the trees. I love this one. It's like an elf climbing out of a tree. It's done in a bas-relief style, so it's actually within the tree itself, but they've carved in this part of it to look like it's climbing out. It's wild, kind of magical. How the artists incorporate whatever they're given. This one had a knot from the branch in the tree, and they just use it as the eye, and it totally works. another 2-hour walk back to El Bolson. But for the brave, or foolhardy, there's a much quicker way down.
I'm starting to get nervous.
You follow my instruction.
Okay.
Eyes of tiger. Very good, very good.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
With strong thermals most afternoons, El Bolson is one of the best places in the world to paraglide.
That was fantastic. Oh, so much better than climbing down the mountain. Yeah. Oh,
Congratulations, man.
thank you very much. Oh, wow. Very good, very good. That was wonderful, wonderful.
From here on out, distances between towns increases substantially. So to encourage expansion into Patagonia south of the 42-degree latitude line, the government subsidizes fuel by up to 30%. I get to take advantage of that, and judging by these long lines, so is everybody else.
Armed with a full tank, I'm entering the state of Chubut. Over the next 200 miles, I'm making 2 detours from Route 40. First, I seek out Butch Cassidy's hideout at Cholila. I then explore the Welsh town of Trevelyan. As I go deeper into Chubut, the landscape becomes more barren and the roads quieter. Before Route 40 existed, this part of Patagonia was extremely isolated, overlooked by the rest of the country. But this made it the perfect place to disappear. In 1901, 2 of the world's most notorious gangsters fled here to escape the law. They were Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
I can see why they chose to hide out here in Cholila. The lakes and the mountains really do resemble Utah. They would have felt right at home.
Fleeing the scene of their latest train robbery with $2.5 million in their pockets, they settled here in the Patagonian wilderness.
It's so real. It's weird.
On their 15,000-acre ranch, they reared cattle and soon became part of the local community. Historian Juan Matamala is an expert on their time in Argentina.
Esta es la casa original que hizo Butch Cassidy, Sundance Kid y Etta Place aquí en Cholila y data del año 1901. Para ser ciudadanos honestos, comunes, nadie sabía su pasado, cambiaron sus nombres. Aquí ya no eran ni Butch ni Sundance, eran el señor Enrique Place y James Ryan. Así que nadie conocía a ellos.
But after 5 years, they were tracked down.
Ahí vendieron toda esta propiedad y se huyeron a Chile, de Chile a Bolivia, donde murieron, ¿no? O por lo menos se dice que murieron.
So who were they to you? Were they honest men or were they outlaw criminals?
Que tenían una característica, rara vez mataron a la gente, o sea, robaron con muy buenos modales, muy serenamente, con una sonrisa, todo bien, pero la plata se la llevaban. Y también hay que desmentir que ellos robaran a los ricos para darle a los pobres. No, ellos robaban para sí. Por eso juntaron todo el dinero que juntaron, ¿no?
They is hard not to get excited to think that I'm in actual living quarters of these glorified gangsters known throughout the world. Got the guest bedroom there, Sundance's actual bedroom right here, Butch Cassidy's actual bedroom right there, the dining room. And while none of their original objects are still here in the house, you do have this original contraption to hinge, lock, and open the door. And you've got a rifle hole here. They can stick it out and keep from being seen while they're protecting themselves. And I'm starting to think that maybe some of their bounty is hidden within these quarters. But where? Where's the rest of their money?
It wasn't just notorious bandits like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid who chose to make this part of Patagonia their home. Back on Route 40, I'm continuing my journey south before making a short detour to Trevelyan, a town founded by the Welsh 130 years ago. Hours later, I reach my destination.
Made it. Trevelyan. Feel like I've been traveling all day long.
Trevelyan was established in 1885 by a small party of Welsh immigrants who made the long and arduous journey from their homeland, seeking to escape oppression at the hands of the English. In the town's museum, I'm meeting Maria Evans, a descendant of those brave pioneers.
In your family, which relatives were the first to come here? Your grandparents, great-grandparents,
great-grandparents.
Your great-grandparents were some of the founding fathers of this little town.
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
But they landed on the Atlantic coast. How did they end up here in Patagonia?
Because the Indians, they had a very good trade with the Indians, and they were always telling them that by the west of this country, there were mountains and rivers and trees and forests.
There's like a mythical place that they could come to, and
so
everything they want would be here.
Exactly. More like Wales, no? Because this place is like Wales. It took about 20 years to arrive at last.
Learning how to farm the land from the Indians, their community soon began to prosper. And being strict Protestants, one of their first acts was to build a chapel, which is still here today.
How did they manage to preserve their language so long? You walk around town, they're still speaking Welsh. This is in a foreign land, yet you still hear it.
Well, because they came to the chapel to learn Welsh and to practice the religion as well. But
they learned Welsh in the chapel?
Yes, they did. The chapel was the center of the cultural activities of the valley.
And was it like back at home where you dress up for church, or was it very casual?
Dress up, nice.
They would.
Because it was
respect for
a very nice party to come. Yes, of course.
Before I leave, Maria agrees to play me a traditional Welsh hymn.
This is amazing. The Welsh came here over 150 years ago, and yet, right in here, I feel like I'm in Wales with a Patagonian backdrop.
Nowadays, the descendants of those early pioneers have become truly integrated into Argentina, and many have become successful farmers. I'm traveling to an estancia an hour's drive out of town to meet Maria's son, a Welsh gaucho.
Starting to see a few cattle on the side of the roads. This is where all the gauchos keep their cattle during the summer, in the highlands of Trevelyan.
The first gauchos were descendants of Spaniards and native peoples and are renowned for their skilled horsemanship. When the Welsh arrived, they taught them the techniques of tending cattle. And now it's my turn to be taught the skills.
Oh, he got him. That is awesome. Woo, he's a fighter. Kicking.
Hi, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice
Alejandro.
To meet you. Hey.
So, you want to be a gaucho?
I would love to be a gaucho.
Time for my first lesson, how to lasso.
Fabiano, you want to help?
Let's see. Come on.
But lassoing from a horse takes years to master, and I don't fancy my chances.
Use this with one hand.
Okay, and lasso with the other.
Yes.
Now, what do you...
So, you can try first.
All right, Tobiano, don't get scared. Okay. So I'm going for a little guy, right?
Yeah.
So I'm doing it for here, right here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't believe you.
I gotta let go.
Let go.
It is luck. Wow.
Jesus, you're going to take my job.
Well, I know the feeling of what it feels like to wrangle a little calf. All right, go play. Does that mean I get the job? Yeah. All right. I wear the trophy of a gaucho. Good. Thank you very much. My next show will be in 1 hour.
After a hard day's work, it's time to eat, gaucho style.
Oh, you just carve it off.
Yeah. This is a very popular Welsh song. The name is Calon Lan.
What a beautiful song, and how cool that it's so traditional. You know, I didn't expect you to come up with a Welsh song. I was actually thinking you're the gaucho, you're going to come up with this, you know.
When the first people from Wales, they came to Patagonia, they mixed with the natives. We are coming from that mixture, yeah?
Yeah. So you don't consider yourself more Welsh than Argentinian?
I am Argentinian, as all my family is. Since the day they arrived here, I feel the Welsh culture, I feel that's mine too.
I'd say you got the best of both worlds, and I'm sure your ancestors would be very, very proud of you for sustaining those roots.
Yes, yes, I think so. Yeah, it's a nice idea.
Yeah.
8 in the morning, and it's time to hit the road again. But before I leave Trevelyan, I have one more thing to do. South of here, fuel stops are few and far between, so I can't afford to take any chances. Having filled up, I head south, and just out of town, I pass the next fuel stop.
Here's the gas station. The line starts here and goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. All these people are waiting in line for gas. This could take hours.
Driving on, I begin the 460-mile journey down Route 40 to Cueva de las Manos, the Cave of the Hands, and its early rock art. Outside town, the road turns to gravel, slowing my progress. And as darkness falls, I stop for the night at an estancia near the caves. The next morning, I set off for nearby Cueva de las Manos.
There's a bunch of guanaco. These are the wild camels of Patagonia. You see them all over. They're beautiful. They look like llamas, but skinnier necks. You gotta be careful because they spit at you and kick and bite. fun is when it goes up and down. When it's just straight gravel, it's not so fun. It's just really dusty. And more bumps. There it is down there.
Home to one of the finest examples of pre-Columbian rock art in South America, Cueva de las Manos is now a World Heritage Site. But first, I have to get there.
And it's a walk from here. Yeah, you can drive to the cave, but why would you want to when the best way to appreciate the setting of it, which is right over there, is to walk across the canyon?
This area was inhabited over 9,000 years ago by hunter-gatherers, attracted by the abundance of food in the valley. And they left their mark on the caves where they sheltered, with over 2,000 paintings of hands. Natalia Moroni is an expert on the site.
They used to place the hand on the wall, put the paintings on the mouth and blow it. Directly from the mouth or using a tool. This tool was a bone of animal.
Really? That's their straw that they're blowing through. What were they using for paint?
Color soil, iron oxide, grind it with fat of animal, with blood, with water and hot clay.
So soil, blood,
water,
and clay.
Yes.
No one knows why the hunter-gatherers painted these hands, but theories included being part of a ritual or simply a statement to say they were here. But other paintings at the site tell us far more about how these people actually lived.
Okay, here I'm going to show you one of my favorite pictures. Yes, look at this one across. Here. Can you see the hunter there?
Oh, yeah.
It's very tiny.
The paintings show hunters working in teams to surround and trap herds of guanacos before striking them with stones.
This is direct evidence of how hunters and gatherers were living 9,000 years ago, isn't it?
Yes, this is a very important place, and for the archaeologists, it's amazing.
I'm heading south from Cueva de las Manos along Route 40 before taking a diversion to El Chaltén and Los Glaciares National Park. It's a 400-mile journey, which I'm told can take up to 12 hours. And before long, it's time to fill up.
Really running out of gas here. Okay, so, moment of truth.
You know what? Trying to suck the fuel and prevent a mouthful of diesel is harder than it looks.
What happened? The back came out.
Time to try a different technique.
There we go. That should be... Fill her up there, please. I gotta say, I'm quite proud at this moment. Anyway, that is how you fill up the gas tank on your own. I just don't anybody light a match around me right now.
Continuing my journey to El Chaltén, I turn off Route 40 and head west. And all of a sudden, the vast Patagonian steppe begins to give way to something truly spectacular.
So I'm driving along for the last 8 hours at nothing but flat plains everywhere. And all of a sudden, I turn the corner, and it's not just mountains, it's mountains with a vengeance. Look at that. Wow. Gorgeous. It's like the cloud is just hugging the mountain like a giant glacier.
El Chaltén was established in 1985 during a border dispute with Chile. Nowadays, it provides a starting point for some of the most spectacular trekking in the whole of the country.
All right, we made it. Behind me in that valley is Mount Fitzroy, one of the most iconic mountains in the world. I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to hiking up to the base of it tomorrow. I just hope the cloud's clear so I can see it.
Today, I'm doing one of the best day treks in the national park. Starting in El Pilar, I pass the mighty Piedras Blancas Glacier and climb up to Lago de los Tres, offering spectacular views of Mount Fitzroy before returning to El Chaltén. My guide is Adrian, who has lived in the area for over 20 years.
So we are going to walk on this valley. This is a Blanco River valley. And we are going to see the source of this water. Okay. We can see Fitzroy under the clouds.
Right in the sun, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Getting freezing. Can we start walking?
Okay, let's go.
Okay. We go this way?
This way.
Los Glaciares National Park is a sanctuary for rare flora and fauna. Adrian, as a former park ranger, soon spots something amongst the trees.
You heard that?
Yeah.
This is the noise of the woodpecker.
Woodpecker?
Yeah.
Wow. What a weird thing to do, to whack your head into a tree, huh? Just go...
Oh, their tongue is working as an airbag for his brain. When he hit the tree, looking for the worm, so has this protection. He's a giant gigantic woodpecker.
Giant?
Giant.
Yeah. Look out.
It's the biggest of the 3 woodpeckers you can get.
That is a big one. No, I was expecting it to be like this small.
Here we have a beautiful view of the Fitzroy Mountain.
Behind the Fitzroy Range is the 3rd largest ice cap in the world, feeding a number of impressive glaciers.
You can see why it's called White Rock, huh?
Piedras Blancas Glacier. We can see in the upper part the place where the glacier gets all the snow.
Yeah.
Then this snow transforms on ice.
Yeah.
And the ice, the weight of this ice
pushes it down.
It is down.
It grinds itself a valley and pushes off all the excess to the sides.
Exactly.
So far, the walk has been surprisingly gentle, but things are about to change as we start the trail up to Lago de los Tres.
How high are we going to be going?
We're going to reach 1,200 meters. It's not bad with this kind of weather. It's very nice. Look at the clouds and the view.
That's just a wall of greatness. Oh, this is like walking into an amazing piece of artwork. That is gorgeous.
Oh, this is the Lago de los Tres. And the glacier is called also Glaciar de los Tres.
I could just stare at this all day. Matter of fact, I'm going to lay down and just stare at it for a while. Look at that. This is your backyard, dude.
Yeah. It is.
Wow.
Luckily, there is a policy of the national park to keep it not commercial. Everything is concentrated in town, El Chaltén, so keep it natural. I hope that this remains in this way.
The final day of my epic road trip, and it's time to leave El Chaltén. I'm attempting to reach the far south of the Argentinian mainland, cutting across to Rio Gallegos, where I rejoin Route 40 and drive to the end of the road at Cabo Vírgenes. But as soon as I leave El Chaltén, something by the roadside catches my eye. Wow, I'm just driving along and I see all these condors here. Usually they're so high, they look tiny. Look at that, look at that. Whoo, whoo, taking flight. Woo! Wow, awesome. I drive on for another 5 hours towards Cabo Vírgenes. But as I reach the final 100 miles of Route 40, the road suddenly deteriorates.
As the countdown to the end continues, the roads are getting rougher and rougher. It's almost like they want to see how badly do I want to get there. I am going to get to zero on this route. I've come too far. Too far. Nothing's gonna stop me now. Getting very close. About 10 kilometers left. It's getting a little bit darker. And the rain is coming down a little bit harder. My heart is pounding a little bit faster. I just envision a big fat sign that says you've reached kilometer zero, the end of your route. So here it is, the moment I've been waiting for. Route 40, kilometer zero. Wow. Can't believe I made it. I'm here. I'm finally here. Nick of time. Time to watch the sunset. Kilometer zero. Wow, this is not just the end of a journey on Route 40 through Patagonia. This is the end of a journey for me all the way from the top of Argentina along Route 40. I wanted an adventure. I got way more than adventure. It's not just about the road. It's about the route of Argentina. The people, the culture, the landscape, the wildlife. Everything is here. Come here. I highly recommend it. You will not be disappointed. Thank you to my trusty car who got me here. And now I'm done. I'm throwing away the keys. Woo!